is full of high flyers, 7-foot unicorns, and superhuman athletes. But sometimes, the most jaw-dropping moments come from pure skill. These players didn't rely on power or hops. There were no gimmicks, no cheat codes. It was just footwork, finesse, and a basketball IQ so high, it probably deserves its own jersey. And you're about to see exactly what that looks like. They made defenders freeze, stumble, and completely reevaluate their life choices. Not with brute force, but with straight-up craft. Because when talent meets technique, that's when the real magic happens. And speaking of magic, let's talk about Kyrie Irving. The undisputed wizard of the handle. If ball handling were a martial art, Kyrie Irving would be a black belt with sparkles on it. His control is so unreal, it feels like the ball's on a string and he's the puppeteer. He doesn't just get by defenders, he embarrasses them for a living. Kyrie entered the league as the #1 pick in 2011, and his skill level was undeniable from the moment he touched the NBA floor. He has been doing this for so long. I mean, he has been breaking ankles since his FIBA days. And let's not talk about him putting defenders in blenders. But even with all that wizardry, nothing hit harder than that shot in the 2016 NBA Finals. It was Game 7, with a tied score and a few minutes to play. So what did Kyrie do? Kyrie isolates on Steph Curry, sizes him up, steps back, and drills the coldest three-pointer in Cavaliers history, with the championship on the line. There was no dunk or power, it was just pure craft. And this craft has made him an NBA champion, multiple-time All-Star, and the player young hoopers copy when they want to embarrass someone at the park. Now, if Kyrie's handles are like jazz, unpredictable, smooth, and improvisational, then this next guy is straight-up symphony. Because when Stephen Curry steps into the court, defenders don't just guard the shot, they guard the idea of the shot. Stephen Curry didn't just change the game, he reprogrammed it. We're talking about a guy who makes 30-footers look like free throws. But here's what people miss. He's not just a shooter, he's a skilled machine. And you can see this in his off-ball movement. I mean, the quick release, the footwork. This man turns chaos into clockwork. And then let's talk about his handles. If you think Steph Curry is just out here launching threes, then you are thinking wrong. Go ask Chris Paul's ankles what happened in 2015, and you will understand what I'm talking about. I am talking about that behind-the-back double move that sent CP3 sliding like a folding chair. Curry didn't even blink. He just pulled up, splashed the shot, and jogged off like he was headed to lunch. Before he became all of this though, Curry came into the league in 2009. Undersized, doubled, and labeled injury-prone. Fast forward to years after, and he is a 4-time NBA champion, 2-time MVP, and the man who made the entire league extend its range. I mean, he is the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen. Steph has stretched the game out with his threes, setting new records, but now, there is another player who has stretched the game all up. All 7 feet of it. But before big men were spacing the floor like guards, there was Dirk Nowitzki, hitting fadeaways so smooth that they look like slow-motion poetry. When you're talking about a walking contradiction, it is probably Dirk Nowitzki. He is 7 feet tall but plays like a shooting guard. With his height, you would probably think he would bully players. But all he had to do was step back, lift one leg, and make you look helpless. That one-legged fadeaway wasn't just a random shot. It was a signature. The craziest part is that players saw it coming, but it was so unblockable, unstoppable, and absolutely disrespectful that they still couldn't stop it. And if you need a moment to define the man, it is Game 2 of the 2011 NBA Finals, a match between the Heat and the Mavericks. Dirk drives left on Chris Bosh with a torn tendon in his finger, then spins back right after the left-handed game winner. The crazy thing is that the Miami Heat team was stacked. But you see, Dirk, the man, was skilled. He pulled up and made sure he took the win. You see, Dirk didn't just redefine the concept of a big man in the NBA. He redefined what was possible when you put skill over size. Now, years have passed after his retirement, and there is a new big dude in town now. So good, so skillful that they call him the Joker. Nikola Jokic, a genius in slow motion. Jokic doesn't sprint. He just strolls with the ball, but with every step he takes, the defense panics. Because somewhere between his no-look passes and feather soft floaters, he's already calculated 5 moves ahead. This guy sees angles you didn't know existed. He'll grab a rebound, turn into a point guard, and whip a full-court dime without even jumping. His post moves are just as crazy. His footwork is so crisp that it looks like it was borrowed from Hakeem, and then slowed down for cinematic effect. And let's talk about that move. You know, the one I'm talking about. Game 4 of the 2013 Western Conference Finals. The shot clock is winding down, and Jokic is off balance. Then, he does what he does best. Jokic fades away from Anthony Davis. Anthony freaking Davis! And drills a high-arcing 3 to seal the Lakers' fate. It was awkward and weird, but it was perfect. Getting a shot over another big man is crazy talent. You see, he's not flashy or fast. But guess what? He doesn't need all that to beat you. He just needs a basketball and a few quiet seconds to pick you apart. If Jokic is a slow-motion genius, then Hakeem has smooth footwork turned into a weapon of mass destruction. You see, Hakeem didn't just play basketball. He danced on the court. Every move was calculated. Every fake was poetry, and every pivot had defenders biting like fish on a hook. Hakeem entered the league in 1984, in the same draft as Jordan, and still managed to carve out a career that stands shoulder to shoulder with the GOATs. Now, do you know what else is legendary about this man? Yep, if you said the dream shake, then you're right. That move is so iconic that it should be taught in art schools. He'd fake left, spin right, hesitate, and then flip it up over 2 defenders like he was swatting a fly off his shoulder. And that wasn't flair. That was footwork from another dimension. He was the rare superstar who dominated both ends. And all of it is built on technique, not just physical gifts. And the performance that sealed his legacy was witnessed in Game 1 of the 1995 NBA Finals. Hakeem goes up against Shaquille O'Neal, a young, hungry Shaq. Late in the game, Hakeem hits him with the Dream Shake, spins baseline, and drops in the softest bank shot you've ever seen. Like almost it was scripted. And the result was the Rockets won, and he got the Finals MVP. I mean, Hakeem has shown that you don't need to jump out of the gym when your footwork breaks gravity. And following in his path is Luka Doncic, who slows time and walks right through defenses like they're not even there. Drafted 3rd overall in 2018, traded on draft night, and by year 2 already breaking records, hitting game winners, and already leading a pack. This is the story of Luka Doncic. No wild vertical leap, no freakish build. My man is just pure skill and basketball instincts off the charts. Luka Doncic doesn't need speed, and neither does he need a bounce. What he needs is a screen, a mismatch, and just enough daylight to make you pay. He plays the game like he's watching it from above, seeing everything before it happens. He'll lull you to sleep, casually flip the ball behind his back, hesitate for a half second, and then hit you with a step-back 3 so smooth, you'll swear he was moving in slow motion. And when it comes to his signature moment, well, Game 4, 2021 playoffs versus the Clippers. Luka gets the switch on Reggie Jackson, isolates at the top, steps back to the right, and drains the game-winning buzzer beater over 2 defenders on the road. I mean, Luka doesn't blow by you. He outthinks you and walks away with the win. Now, what do all these players have in common? They dominated with technique, footwork, timing, and insane basketball IQ. From Kyrie's hypnotic handles to Luka's effortless glide. These guys have made the game look so easy because they mastered the hard stuff. And now, it's your turn. Who do you think is the most skilled player in NBA history? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if finesse isn't your thing and you want to see some players who defy gravity, you have to check out our video on the highest vertical jumps in NBA history. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video.